Hi kids, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to study a very beautiful and a unique poem written by Walt Whitman called The Voice of the Rain. This poem is special because in this poem, the poet actually imagines a conversation with the rain. Before we proceed ahead, let's first see a few details about the poet. Walt Whitman was one of the most influential and the most loved American poets. He was also called the father of free verse. His poetries became popular and were loved because he chose to write differently from the traditional rhyme and meter methods which were used by other poets. In fact, he started focusing more on natural rhythms of speech and used them in his poetry. In this picture, you can see a man trying to talk to the rain. So, surprisingly, in our poem, the poet actually makes an effort to hold a conversation with the rain. He asks the rain who it is, and surprisingly, the rain answers back. And who art thou? Said I to the soft falling shower. So, in this line, the poet is basically asking the rain that who art thou? As in, who are you? Art as in art, thou as in you. So the poet asks the rain, who art thou? As in, who are you? Said I is the poet, to the soft falling shower, rain showers. He said to the rain showers, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer, which is obviously a strange thing that the rain showers replied back. Now, what the rain showers said to the poet, that he has here translated for us. He says, the rain replied, saying that, I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. That means the rain calls itself the poem of the earth, meaning that it is created by the earth, just like the poetry is created by a poet. So it is a nature's expression of beauty. Next, it says, eternal I rise, impalpable, out of land and the bottomless sea. Okay, that impalpable means something which you can't touch. Something which is difficult to perceive is impalpable. Okay, so basically in this poem, first of all, the rain has described its entire cycle of how it rises as water vapor from the surface of the land and from the surface of the deep sea. Okay, as water vapor, it rises up. Here it is not specially, in any specific shape. It just rises as water vapors, and once it reaches the sky, it changes to water droplets, right? And then it eventually falls back. It precipitates in the form of rain, snow, hailstorms, etc. Okay, so it eventually precipitates. So first the poet says that the rain said that I rise. That means I come, I evaporate as vapors from the land and the deep sea. Okay, I come, I rise from the surface of these two bodies as water vapor in a form that you can't touch. Okay, and then I go upwards to the heaven. Obviously, the water vapor rises from here and they are directed towards the sky. Sky here is mentioned here as heaven. So the water droplets which rise from the surface of the land and the water in the form of water vapor, they are then headed towards the sky. Okay. Whence vaguely formed. Vague means something which is not clear. Okay. Something which is not clear is vague. So here see, when it rises from the surface of land and water, here it is not in any specific shape. It is like unclear. Okay, but once it goes into the sky, it changes to water droplets. It attains a definite shape. So it says that once I reach there, then I am altogether changed. That means my formation changes. Okay, now I am in a different form, yet the same. That means the essence is still the same. I am still the same thing which rose from these land and sea. However, only the shape has been changed now. Okay, so it says that I am altogether changed and still the same. Alright, as in the essence of water remains the same, though it changes its form. Okay, now once the water has reached the sky, once the water vapor has reached the sky and formed the clouds, it is in the form of water droplets and they eventually form the clouds. Now it says, now the next thing is that I again, to complete my water cycle, I will again come down. Okay, so it says I descend. Descend means to come down. Okay, so the rain now says that once I have reached the sky, then I come down. Okay, then I fall down to lave. To lave means to wash. Okay, then I wash the droughts. Droughts as in the dry patches of land. Atomies are the tiny particles of earth or tiny particles of sand. Okay, and dust layers of the globe. Globe means the earth. Okay, so the rain says that I then come down again on the earth. And what is the purpose of coming down? The purpose of coming down is to wash the dry patches. That means wherever there are dry patches of land on the surface of the earth, wherever water is required, I come to give water to those areas. Also, I come to satisfy the tiny particles of earth or sand which are waiting for me. That means I come to satisfy the thirst of the earth. Okay, and I also come to wash away the dust layers of the globe. That is, the dust which is covering the surface of the earth is washed away when the rain falls down. Okay, so this is the purpose of the rain which it fulfills. Okay, now the rain also says that and all that in them without me is the rain. Okay, were seeds only, latent and unborn. That means the rain says that if I don't fall, that means without me, if I don't fall on the surface of the earth, then the seeds which are hidden inside the surface of the earth will remain latent. That means they will remain as it is, they will remain still, they will remain lifeless, and they will remain unborn, right? As we all are aware, the seeds which are there below the surface of the earth, they can only germinate and they can develop into sprouts or little plants only when they are given water sufficiently. Only when they get water, they can sprout, right? So it says that if I don't fall, the rain says that all that is there inside the surface of the earth without me, as in without the rain, they will only remain as seeds. They will not be able to take birth. They will be latent, as in they will be lifeless, and they will be unborn. Okay, so I come down to give them life. Okay, so the poet says that without the rain, the seeds would remain lifeless, and rain gives them life and helps them to grow. Now, here in these lines, the voice of the rain said that, and forever, by day and night. That means it says, by all the times, at all times, I give back. I is the rain. So it says that I give back life to my own origin. Now, what is the origin of the rain? The origin of the rain is the earth. Okay. So the rain says that every time I complete the cycle and I return back to my origin, which is the earth from where I have started. The process of water vapor rising started from here, right? So it says that the entire day I keep on going through this cycle and I give back. That means I come back to earth, to my origin, and I give life to all the creatures. Okay, now it says, and make pure and beautify it. So it says that the rain purifies and beautifies the world by washing the dust and making the nature green. Okay. Now it says for song issuing from its birthplace. Okay. Now here the poet has compared the rain to a song and said that just as a song is issued from its birthplace, that means just as a song comes from the poet's heart, okay, it travels far, it is loved by people, and then it returns with love, okay, it completes a cycle. Similarly, the rain, which is just like a song, also starts from its origin. It travels, okay, it changes its form, then it serves its purpose of giving life to creatures, it completes its entire cycle and then returns to its birthplace, okay, just like the song. Okay, now it returns to its birthplace after fulfillment and wandering. Fulfillment means after completion. Okay, now completion of what? Completion of its purpose. What was the purpose of the rain? What was the reason that it fell down? Its purpose was to wash away all the dirt and to satisfy wherever water was needed and to give life to earth. So after it has completed, after it has fulfilled its purpose, after wandering, that means after traveling. Now the rain, regged or unregged. Regged is for recognized. Okay, recognized or appreciated or cared for. Okay, so now the voice of the rain says that after doing all of this, whether regged or not regged, that means whether people recognize me or not, whether they appreciate me or not, or whether they even care for me or not, after fulfilling my purpose, duly with love, I return back. Okay, so the poet says that whether people care about the rain or not, it still returns with love to earth. Okay, similarly, a song returns to the poet after touching many hearts. Okay, so in this poem, the rain is described as the poem of earth. It is beautiful, it is continuous, and it is life giving. Just like poetry comes back to the poet after touching many hearts, the rain also returns to the earth after completing its entire cycle. Okay, so the message is clear. Nature works selflessly to keep the world alive and beautiful, whether people notice it or not. Okay, let's check the poetic devices used. Here, personification is repeatedly used. The rain speaks, the poet is talking to the rain, so it has been given human like abilities. Next is metaphor. So, rain is directly compared to the poem of the earth. Imagery, when the poet mentions about vapors rising, green seeds growing, so it all creates a visual image of these things in our mind. So, it is an example of imagery. Next is symbolism. Rain has been used as a symbol to describe the eternal life cycle of the earth. Okay, so we have come to the end of the video. I hope you found the content useful. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you like the effort. Thank you.